Right, now this is our creation, inspired from our partners in Canada, VibraBench, and it's got 4 transducers, 25 watts underneath, and we're having a slight problem, a little bit of feedback. So what I'm going to do is go to the mini amplifier, which is attached, or has attached to it, the 4 transducers. And they're wired in at the back of this apparatus. I'm just trying to loosen up now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take out all the wires, have a look inside if there's any debris or anything like that. No, they look fine and clean, make sure that they're fully open, and then I'll carefully reattach the wires and then put them back in. So if I just switch these out, I don't know if you can see. So with the 4 transducers, you can see just 2 connections here. So what we've done, we've doubled them up, making sure that the polarities are correctly put together. That means the plus is with the plus and the minus is with the minus. So what I'm doing now is just making sure that the connections are nice and smooth. All the wires are entwined. That's neat. Okay. Just with little twists. And there we go. Right, so the way we know which are then what's plus and what's minus, the wires are marked. White stripe, totally black. And as it happens, we have the one with the white stripe, as the plus. So that goes into the plus terminal. Make sure it's fully in and firmly screwed down. Not to over tighten. And then goes the negative. So now we almost have 4. Now we have 4 of the transducers connected up into the back. Now the other connections is the mirror image. So on the other side goes the positive. Make sure to put that in, which is indicated by the white stripe on the wire cable. So, and now we have the negative, and it's going into the negative terminal. And like with all the others, make sure that it's in firmly, cleanly, and screwed down, not to over tighten, but make sure that it's a good, solid bite. There you go. And a quick inspection to make sure that there is no wires crossing over, touching each other. Good, clean, firm connection. And now, should turn it on. We do have power, we do have to trace a little buzz somewhere. So now, I'm going to inspect closer the transducers which are installed underneath the bench, and carefully tilt backwards so that I can inspect all the connections that are made underneath. So here we are, the 1, 2, 3, 4 25 watt transducers, all connected into the amplifier by the cables. Now all of these, I'm going to check polarity, they're all in the same place, positive, negative, seeing if there's any loose connections, they feel firm. Just checking the unit to see that it's attached still. to the base. Do the same with this one. So we systematically go through each, check, and the transducers are firmly in place. Likewise are the connections. Positive, negative. While we have the bench here, as you can see, the structure is quite simple. 3 cross braces. The other ones coming up on the side with the legs that can be detached for practical transportation. It is a developing and evolving project, and what we are finding out as we are using it and finding out its function and how well it performs, there's just a few little bits that can be added on. For one, we're going to put another of these wonderful, solid, practical legs at the back so that there are 3 points, a triangulation, and a tripod is one of the most sturdiest structures for holding weight and not being toppling over. Sorry. So another leg at the back there, at the base, would be, I think, super and make the structure much more sound and steady. For what it is being planned to be used for is a lot of people using it, sitting in it, shifting, so it has to be sturdy, it has to be safe and durable and enjoyable, which so far it has been. Well, for the ones who's tried it out so far, but building is brilliant, even though it's hard. So the bench is back on the feet, cushions going back in place. Nice arrangement. And now that I've checked underneath all 4 inducers and its connections, I shall switch the power back on. And we still have a slight crackling, which indicates to me that there is a problem further along the lines in the connections. Probably from some of the cables perhaps might be a little fatigued, worn or something like that, but it's time to check it out. Before I go and do that, I'd just like to mention the back brace. Now this also with the legs for transportation is easily detachable, and it's just more of the same ply from more or less the same sheet really. And it's been put upright, being braced by a batten behind. And because there's an extra weight, this is why I think we feel that another leg stand at the back would compensate for that and make the structure much more sturdy and much more comfortable. Likewise, the leg at the back will be detachable. So now I'll switch on and adjust the volume. Yes, and we have vibration, we have sensation.
Well, it's all encompassing, and
I think we have a bench ready to be enjoyed. And now I need some really good music.
Great source of comfort.
Mind you, on speech, it's pretty good as well. So you're picking up the speech, the tone, and it's all, it's enhancing the
it's
visuals.
like faster. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel good actually.
More to work on.
Warm.